Carlton. Got my wife over there, Mary, and dear friend of ours in Sylvia. We've known each other way back in the days, over the years. And when I told her about this event last week, she said that's one of them events she can't miss. I didn't write a speech.
Say it from the heart.
I guess in the Army, as an NCO, it comes straight from the heart.
Yes.
And we won't, as they say, we lead from the front. Anyway, I'm very grateful and thankful to be here. Back in January, I couldn't see my finger. Not literally see them, I just when they say I'm gonna be here for 6 weeks, come to see treatment for 6 weeks, it ain't go possible. But let me back up. Give you a little history about ourselves right quick. Got time, right?
Yes.
Y'all ain't going to bed that early. Anyway, my wife and I, we normally take 2 big trips a year. We do Asia, Africa, and this time we're doing Ghana, Kenya, Namibia, Mozambique, and Madagascar. And each country I go to, we go to, I feel a little pain. I will take a little Tylenol and keep going. The last stop was Madagascar. That's when the pain gets severe. And I came back to Ghana the Friday, went to the hospital, they do a scan, they say you got a tumor. Then the Tuesday went back and do an MRI, they say there's a tumor and it's sarcoma cancer. So, yeah, did you in Africa, you gotta get back home, buy a round trip ticket, and I can't check my leg out. So, thank God we have travel insurance. And travel insurance called them up, booked us back first class to come back. And go to Amsterdam, coming from Amsterdam to Boston. The last leg of the flight, on the last hour, everything break loose. I was in severe pain, I couldn't walk. They get off the airplane, right from the plane to the ambulance, from ambulance to the ER. I stayed in the ER for a while, till about 3 o'clock in the morning. They moved me upstairs. I was in Mass General for 30 days. I mean, for 2 weeks, they couldn't get my pain right. I mean, the doctor was in there almost every hour, but everything they gave me didn't work. Couldn't move my legs. Same time my wife was still residing there for the 30 days, she sleep right there in the couch. But with all that, most of us here have faith. We have faith. There's a God.
Yes.
Sometimes we doubt ourselves. And that's the human in you. So that's going to be natural. But also believe there's God. Just look at what happened to Paul when he was in Damascus, Syria, preaching. There was persecuted him, and he stayed still going to stand up. Right? So after leaving Mass General, we went to a rehab. While I was in there, I had all this complication. And that's when you find out sometimes the system don't work. You're paying your insurance, and the insurance and the hospital don't work together. Anyway, finally worked through all that. Also, saying that's when you know who is for you. Bettina over here is a good friend of ours. Anybody can come to your house and eat and drink with you and say they're friends. But when you're sick right now, when you need somebody, you don't need the money, just to call and say how you doing or come and see you. To me, that's what got me through right now where I'm at right now. And we had 3 friends from the Army days. And one in Texas, one in Florida. Every day they call me. And to me, that makes a difference. They write Mass General a letter. Those help. The people who you love here, tell them you love them now. Once your eyes is closed, it's too late.
Yep.
It's too late. So, leave the hospital, went to a rehab, stayed there for a week. I'm pushing myself. I said, I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of here. Went home about a week and a half. from the rehab, I was just sweating. They didn't tell me there was so much symptoms. Anyway, I called emergency room. They said, go to emergency room. I walked from here to over there. I was blown hard. At EKG, everything looked good. Next thing you know, they do some blood work. They said I have a blood clot. I said, oh my gosh, what's this? First thing come to my mind, I said, my gosh, gonna get set like that. And with all that, so we got to admit you. So now I'm worried, so my God, someone's gonna put me back again. So with all these troubles I'm going through, my wife was there for me. And her favorite line was, do you believe? Yes, I believe, but again, the human, you're gonna have a little doubt. And a lot of time I was crying. Sometimes I lay in bed and cover up, crying, come up there, pull the sheet off. You can't cry in peace. That's just like, but that makes you who you are. And like I said, from January to now, come a long way. I went to Mass General and said, okay, you're gonna have treatment every morning from 7, starting at 7. We live all the way in Leominster. To get here 7 o'clock in the morning in the middle of winter, that means you gotta leave home like 4 o'clock. She's not a morning person. Just make it hard. So all of a sudden, I make a reservation. All the hotels that give me a room was too expensive. I make a reservation in Arlington, looking about $1,200 a week. That's the hotel. So finally home, we get a call for the Hope God to get a place for us for the 13th of February till March. I said, how much does it cost? They said nothing.
Praise God.
That's gonna be a scam.
Praise God.
But my wife, like I said, a few minutes ago, I'm gonna make another reservation. She said, just believe, just forget, don't do it. And I said, well, we had to bring them. I said, nothing, just show up with your caregiver. And my expectation, you exceed my expectation, like that. Because I thought it was gonna be like a nursing home. When I come in, the place clean, the smile on their people's face. The staff is wonderful.
Beautiful.
Very, very. I mean, I said to go above and beyond to make you comfortable, to meet your needs. And I always give for charity, but now I'm going to give more. Definitely there's cancer research. I'm coming back. We coming back. We coming back here. Whatever help I can give, and to advocate for you to say, hey, you're not just like some organization who would take 90% off the top to run your business. It's all that because you have people from all over. For them to stay in Boston for $300 a night, they can't afford it. And looking at other people here, we learn from each other, we grow from each other. We got to uplift each other. We can't, with all what's going on in America and the world right now, we can't wait till we're down to share, to say, man, I like you, or if you have an idea. Most of us here know Bettina. In Jamaica, we call her the mother hen. She knows everything. She the one to tell everybody come in the kitchen, this. And that's so helpful. Because I'm coming here, some of the symptoms I have, her husband already have it, just, oh, do this. And it really helps. Like she over there, her husband, when he eat, he have heartburn food to stop it, and that happened to me for a couple of weeks. He just would not go down. And nobody time to go. So with all that, again, I appreciate it. The love here, the staff, patience here, it's wonderful. And I pray for you all, pray for me, and let's keep it. There's a God, and just share your love. Especially, just say a word of kindness. Just say a word of kindness to somebody. You can't live for yourself alone. Remember that. Another thing, the phrase we use, a bird with one wing can't fly.
That's it.
Right? So, share. Especially when it don't cost you nothing. Thank you all. And see if they wanna do it, I would finish my last chemo this Wednesday, and then on the 25th of next month, I have surgery. After surgery, doctor says the recovery is about 4 weeks. Start planning the trip already.